Today, we'll explore Python's Global Interpreter Lock, GIL, a crucial component affecting concurrency in Python applications. We'll delve into its fundamentals, compare threading and multiprocessing, assess performance impacts, and discuss practical strategies and future directions. This journey will enhance your understanding of Python's architecture and its implications on performance. The Global Interpreter Lock, GIL, is a mutex that ensures only one thread executes Python bytecode at a time, crucial for CPython's memory management. This lock prevents true parallel execution in multi-threaded programs, impacting performance, especially in CPU-bound tasks. Understanding the GIL's role is essential for optimizing Python applications and choosing the right concurrency model. The Global Interpreter Lock, GIL, is a mutex in CPython that ensures only one thread executes Python bytecode at a time, crucial for memory management. Imagine it as a single microphone at a panel. Only one person speaks at a time. Unlike CPython, Jython and IronPython lack a global interpreter lock. Python's Global Interpreter Lock, GIL, is crucial for memory management, preventing race conditions during reference count modifications. It simplifies integrating C libraries by avoiding complex synchronization. Additionally, the GIL enhances single-threaded performance by reducing the overhead associated with fine-grained locking, making Python code execution more efficient in single-thread scenarios. Python's reference counting tracks how many references point to an object. For instance, using sys.getRefCount, we see counts change as references are added or removed. Without the global interpreter lock, simultaneous changes could corrupt these counts, risking memory leaks or premature deallocation. This highlights the global interpreter lock's role in maintaining memory integrity. When a thread requests execution, it signals its intent to run Python bytecode. It then attempts to acquire the global interpreter lock, GIL. Once acquired, the thread executes Python code for a fixed duration, typically 5 milliseconds. After this, the thread releases the global interpreter lock, allowing another waiting thread to acquire it, continuing the cycle. Python's GIL context switching uses a time-based interval, defaulting to 5 milliseconds, enhancing I/O-bound program responsiveness. This interval can be adjusted using sys.setSwitchInterval, but caution is advised. The switch from a 100 opcode count to a time-based system in Python 3.2+ marked a significant improvement in handling concurrent I/O operations. CPU-bound tasks, such as mathematical computations and data processing, are hindered by the global interpreter lock, as only one thread executes at a time, offering no multi-threading benefit. In contrast, input-output-bound tasks, like network requests and file operations, release the global interpreter lock during waits, allowing other threads to run, thus benefiting from multi-threading. In a CPU-bound task, like calculating the sum of squares, single-threaded execution often outperforms multi-threading. The global interpreter lock, GIL, restricts Python threads to one at a time, causing context switching overhead. This results in multi-threaded execution being slower, as demonstrated by comparing execution times for single and multi-threaded runs. For CPU-bound tasks, adding threads degrades performance due to the global interpreter lock, GIL. The benchmark shows that single-thread execution is faster than multi-threading. Context switching overhead and GIL contention slow down execution as thread count increases, highlighting the inefficiency of multi-threading in CPU-bound scenarios. In input-output-bound tasks, multi-threading excels. By fetching data from URLs like python.org and GitHub, we observe significant speedups. Single-threaded execution is slower as each request waits for completion. In contrast, multi-threading allows concurrent requests, reducing wait times and enhancing performance. This demonstrates the global interpreter lock's minimal impact on input-output-bound operations, where multi-threading truly shines. For input-output-bound tasks, multi-threading significantly boosts performance. With 4 threads, the global interpreter lock is released during network waits, enabling concurrent requests and achieving a 4x speedup. However, Increasing threads beyond concurrent input-output operations offers diminishing returns, as the global interpreter lock's release is already optimized for the available tasks. The global interpreter lock, GIL, is released during input-output operations, allowing other threads to execute. Network requests, file operations, and socket communications benefit from this. C extensions can release the GIL using py-begin-allow threads, enhancing performance. NumPy functions and time sleep also release the GIL, enabling concurrent execution. Always verify if performance-critical libraries release the GIL. For CPU-bound tasks, leverage the multiprocessing module to achieve true parallelism. By creating separate interpreter processes, each with its own global interpreter lock, you can utilize multiple central processing unit cores effectively. However, be mindful of the higher memory overhead and the need for serialization when communicating between processes. Asynchronous programming with Asyncio is ideal for I/O-bound tasks, using cooperative multitasking to avoid GIL contention. It operates on a single thread, making it more memory efficient than threading. By leveraging Asyncio and AIO-HTTP, you can efficiently fetch multiple URLs concurrently, as demonstrated in the provided code, which fetches pages from Python, GitHub, and Stack Overflow. Using C extensions like NumPy can significantly boost performance for CPU-bound tasks. NumPy releases the GIL for large arrays, enabling parallel execution. For instance, summing squares of a large array is much faster with NumPy than pure Python. Libraries such as Pandas and scikit-learn also leverage C++ for efficient computation, enhancing speed and concurrency. Alternative Python implementations like Jython and IronPython offer true parallelism by lacking a global interpreter lock, but they are limited in compatibility, supporting older Python versions and lacking C extensions. PyPy, with just-in-time compilation, provides speed advantages over CPython, though it retains the global interpreter lock. These alternatives trade off compatibility with the extensive CPython ecosystem. Choosing the right concurrency model is crucial. Threading suits input-output-bound tasks like web scraping. Asyncio excels in high concurrency input-output, ideal for web servers. Multiprocessing is best for central processing unit-bound tasks, such as data processing. Each model has unique strengths, so select based on task requirements to optimize performance. Profiling global interpreter lock behavior is crucial for optimizing Python applications. Use tools like PySpy to monitor thread performance and identify global interpreter lock-related bottlenecks. Implement a simple global interpreter lock monitoring function to track active threads and switch intervals. For detailed statistics, the GIL load module provides insights into global interpreter lock contention, aiding in performance tuning. In a real-world web scraper optimization, switching from a sequential to a threaded implementation using Thread Pool Executor significantly reduced execution time from 45.32 seconds to 5.87 seconds. This 7.7 times speedup highlights how threading efficiently handles I/O-bound tasks, as threads primarily wait for network responses, minimizing global interpreter lock impact. Python Enhancement Proposal 703 introduces an optional global interpreter lock in Python 3.13, revolutionizing threading. Led by Sam Gross, it offers a free threaded build using biased and deferred reference counting for memory safety. Accepted in 2023, experimental builds arrive in 2024, with ecosystem adaptation by 2025 to 2026, aiming for mainstream adoption by 2027. No-GIL Python offers developers significant performance improvements, with CPU-bound multi-threaded code achieving near-linear scaling with core count. This simplifies architecture by making threading viable for all workloads, reducing the need for multiprocessing. Memory efficiency is enhanced as threads use less memory than processes. However, migrating requires updating C extensions and refactoring code reliant on GIL for thread safety. Write thread-safe code by using proper locks and thread-safe data structures. Utilize concurrent .futures for seamless transitions between threads and processes. Design with immutability and message passing to avoid shared mutable state. Profile applications to identify bottlenecks and test with experimental no global interpreter lock builds. Ensure code correctness regardless of the global interpreter lock for compatibility. The global interpreter lock, GIL, is a pragmatic trade-off, simplifying Python's implementation. It's a bottleneck only for specific workloads. Use threading for I/O-bound tasks, multiprocessing for CPU-bound parallelism, and Asyncio for high concurrency I/O. No-GIL Python will change concurrency approaches, but requires careful migration. Always profile to identify real performance bottlenecks. Explore essential resources to deepen your understanding of Python's global interpreter lock. Key readings include Python Enhancement Proposal 703 and David Beasley's talks. Utilize tools like PySpy and cProfile for profiling. Engage with community resources, such as the Python Dev mailing list and Python conference talks to stay updated on concurrency advancements.